willen jullie een grote, warme Groningse welkom geven aan Richard Gregory, artistiek directeur van Theatre Quarantine uit Manchester.
Hello. Now, I don't speak any Dutch, so if he said terrible things, please tell me. We've been at Noorderzon before, in 2011 with Entitled, a performance made with theatre technicians, and the year before with Susan and Darren, a piece made with a dancer and his mother. And we'd expected to be here again, starting tonight, with a new production made with two sisters from Dublin. But that production doesn't exist. After a year of research and development and rehearsals in Dublin and Manchester, I cancelled it. It wasn't ready. It wasn't good enough. I wasn't happy to share what we'd made with you, the public. I wasn't happy to show it in this context at Noorderzon, one of my favourite festivals, alongside work of the highest quality. I think, as Mark said, the little bit that I did pick up, when I telephoned him to tell him that the Dire Sisters was cancelled, his response was typically supportive and imaginative. He asked me to do this, to make the opening address at this year's festival. So here I am. Mark also told me that this year, for the first time in 12 years of programming, other artists have cancelled their performances. More likely than not, that's simply a coincidence. And yet, of course, these are strange and difficult times we're living through, times of austerity and ideological muscle flexing, times when financial support for the arts is fundamentally under question, times when the role of art in society is under scrutiny, times when I'm not sure whether to describe myself as an artist, a social worker, or a salesman. To my mind, one of the great challenges of making any kind of art in contemporary society is to construct an environment where new forms and challenging ideas can exist in a popular public arena. That's where the most interesting conversations take place. I'd even say that's how progress happens. There's absolutely no point in constantly speaking to the converted. One of the things that Noorderzon does so well, perhaps uniquely, is to create a public space where all kinds of people want to meet and celebrate together. The park that we're sat within, as the popular centre of the festival, is not just a hub, but a heart, beating hard for 10 days and pumping people out of its arteries, north, south, east and west, to go out on a limb and discover some of the best theatre and art and music that the world has to offer right now. I hope that we'll all take some risks at Noorderzon this year as artists and as audiences. Have a great festival.